Dan Bernstein Unfiltered. Unfiltered on 312 Sports.
It's DBU, Dan Bernstein Unfiltered, 312 Sports. Hello, and Matt Abatacola is already modeling the new 312 Sports quarter zip swag. So I went into the office, but I had to come home yesterday.
Yes.
And now we're both home, and yet you ended up with swag, and I don't have any.
It happened late in the afternoon.
I have the Andre Drummond, look how big my balls are t-shirt.
Yeah, I do like that. You have the big balls t-shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon, someone from promotions came through, and they was like, hey, all the stuff came in. So grabbed a 312 Sports t-shirt, and then the quarter zip pullover, which is right up my alley. Except I need a hood. I need a fishing hood.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like. I like the long sleeve, lightweight, hooded fishing shirts.
I'm excited to see what is going to be available in the 312 Sports store when we get it set up, because I believe everything that we have is going to be made available at some point.
That'd be great.
But at the moment,
that'd be fun.
Not yet. At the moment, it is it's very special, limited edition stuff that only we're going to model.
Yeah, and I'm hoping the store gets expanded quite a bit. We need like hats, and we need undies and panties and books, maybe 312 Sports books. So our listeners can wear them on their heads during storms.
Yes, storm books. That's going to be very important. And I definitely going to need some 312 Sports assless pants.
Yes,
they're only to be more around the house.
No Porto books though.
Oh no.
Save those for my library.
Yeah, we don't want any of those. I had to make sure when I did my backdrop here to make sure all those the old vintage porn books were out of there.
So all right, so yeah, obviously you see Pac-Man in my background.
Yes. And I know there's a lot of Pac-Man in your background.
There is. Oh my God, I've had so much Pac-Man in my background. Do I need to expand more? Like, if I can adjust things, then because there's my bookshelf. I could be just like you,
books,
and have a bookshelf. I'm gonna go off camera here a little bit. Wait, what's over here? 85 Bears.
Yes, they're going to actually be part of this episode, by the way.
And then if I go a little further, I got NFL Blitz.
Oh, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, but
it's not as good as John Elway football.
The 4-person John Elway football.
Oh, the 4-person version of John Elway football was the best.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
an arcade game?
Yes, my absolute favorite.
Really?
In college, at Devil's Quarters, which was the Duke Student Union arcade. Just dark little place at the end of the student union, and my buddy Scott and we could stay there all day and take on all comers in 2-on-2 Elway football.
So this is late 80s. You're in college, right?
Yeah, this is right. That year that we were wasting way too much time doing that was 1990.
1990. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I spent much time in arcades during high school, because those were my high school years, the late 80s. I've never even seen. I haven't looked this up.
It was the
John Elway football.
The 4-man Elway football was awesome, and you could kind of game it if you knew where to go, because you could run all these different exotic coverages and plays, but you had control of one guy. So no matter what else was going on, you had a turbo button. I love. Oh man.
Okay.
You could just fire yourself.
I'll check it out.
Oh yeah, it was great. It was great.
I've half thought about getting a pinball machine for the basement too.
They're too complicated now.
What do you mean?
All the pinball machines are too complicated. What happened?
Really? Couldn't you just find like an old school one? Because
I would like. There's one in my still a Chicago coin one from like 1974, 76 that's in my parents' basement that I grew up with. It was called.
Nice.
It was Soundstage by Chicago Coin.
Okay.
I think it was Williams, Stern, one of those. It's called Soundstage is the name of it. And now I played a pinball game when we were in London. I played a game called Jaws, and it was based on the movie Jaws, and there's a screen that shows you scenes from the movie Jaws as you go.
Really?
But it's impossible to figure out what you're doing.
Oh. I don't like how's it so complicated? Is it Like you pull the thing, you shoot the ball, then you
Oh,
do the
it's
paddles.
multiple flippers, multiple screens you have to watch. There's multiple games within games of multi-balls. Like there's this multi-ball simultaneously with a different multi-ball where one has to lock over here and lock over here to unlock the big bonus. It's
I don't like
it's
it.
too
I
much.
just want an old school. But the ones I've seen online, they're smaller versions. Like I want an actual arcade size
Yep,
pinball
the big
machine.
one that you can kind of
Like
move around a
my
little bit.
machines here, the Blitz and Pac-Man are like the smaller ones, which is fine. But for pinball, I want an actual real size pinball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and treat yourself. Go ahead and get that. Well, that distracted us from talking about the Bears for a little while, and so that was
Yes.
valuable. I believe. Let me tell you what
Are we
have.
talking Bears? Do we have to?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes, we absolutely have to talk Bears, and we're going to because there are some decisions that need to be made. And apparently, we had an edict come down yesterday that's really important because now it's time to practice hard. Awesome. I'm very excited about that because now it gets serious because now 2 games into the season, you're 0-2 in the division. That now it's time to really, practice hard because that matters. And the 85 Bears are mad. You never want to piss off the 85 Bears because they're grumbling harder than ever. They're all shaking their canes and
What are they angry about?
oh, they're mad that the Bears are mad. I think.
Are they mad that they're 0-2?
They're 0-2 and they're having trouble finding the proper channel on the TV to watch the games.
That makes sense.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, like people at the nursing home keep turning on Jeopardy.
Right, they're fighting. They're fighting with people about whether or not they can watch the game, and
Yes.
then they have to have grandkids come over and set everything up for them to make sure they can watch the game. So they're very very angry. We're going to discuss that. Also, did you see that the president of Chicago Sports Network has stepped down, and Mike McCarthy, who's the man behind Marquee Network, is now taking over Chicago Sports Network. I want to talk about what those local sports networks want to be, purport to be, what the whole mission is and what the vision is for some of that. And we will remember Robert Redford, who passed away at the age of 89. But
He was
first, the
89
Bears.
for him.
First, the Bears. Jalen Johnson has a decision to make, apparently. I was very confused by the way the news came out yesterday regarding his groin injury. It's the same general area and the same leg. He described it as a different injury, but there's no possible way, if it's the same adductor muscle on the same side, that it's unrelated to the fact that he told the Pivot podcast that he tore that muscle completely off the bone. It was completely avulsed. And some freak injury while training on his own earlier this year. So if there's going to be surgery to reattach something, he's going to have to make that decision. He's obviously already, no matter what, out for multiple weeks. But what is it going to say? What statement does it make to the team? It's going to be important if they say, look, he's doing this because it's in his individual best interest to be healthy, to get this done and return as quickly as possible. And then we'll look, where he is, relative to his contract and the time he has left as a Bear. And then what does it say about how he feels about this season? It's one thing if he said, look, we're 2-0. I want to get back as quickly as possible. It may not be. It's like the way we've seen basketball players in the past, and occasionally football players deal with minor knee injuries. I know there's no minor knee injury. It's when it happens to someone else. But whether or not they remove damaged cartilage or repair damaged cartilage, that's often how you can determine how quickly somebody wants to get back and say, look, I'm taking a little bit of time off the end of my career, but I'm willing to do that because I want to play sooner. And that is often the sort of devil's bargain that you make. I don't know if that's the same in this case, but there's all sorts of judgments, and we can start learning about how badly somebody wants to get back for this year.
Yeah, I just want to wait till there's more information shared. Yeah, I thought it was just really interesting to hear Ben Johnson yesterday in his virtual presser that he said that it was a different injury. And without giving any further information as of yet, that really struck me. I was like, okay, a different injury. So is it a different leg? So I didn't know exactly what he meant by that. But He said they're still gathering information. They'll have more to share as the days come forward. But, hearing that it was reported yesterday that he's out indefinitely, and with this significant of an injury that he has already experienced, already missing time with it, I just assumed that he was done for the season. I mean, it sounded like that to me. But maybe not, and hopefully we'll hear more information before before Friday.
My curiosity about the willingness to offer the fact that it's a different injury leads me to think that they're trying to cover for their medical staff and or training staff by just saying it's not our fault. We didn't rush him back. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that was one of the things I thought of as I jotted down my notes. Like, what are the possibilities of what this all means? Why share just that if you're not going to share any other information about it? But just you're putting that out there right away. Oh, it's a different injury. It's something new. It's unrelated. It's than what he's experienced before. So I mean, there's a purpose and a reason why you put that out. So I was trying to jot down some different reasons why that might be, and that was one of the things I thought of. That they're just trying to say, hey, it wasn't us that pushed him back, and he didn't re-aggravate the same injury because we made him get back out there after an 0-1 start. So yeah, I thought that was curious as well. But hopefully more information comes out before the week is up.
I think it strains credulity to presume that this is completely unrelated. I don't know that a reasonable person would think that.
That's why I want to hear more, because it just sounds really odd.
Yeah, if they say it's the other side. It's literally a different muscle completely. It's a different body part. But when you're talking about the same general area, and he went into detail about the previous injury, and then there's no way it's 100% unrelated if it is the same muscle. They're just that's not reasonable. So I'm waiting to hear more. They're probably waiting to hear more, and I don't know how many opinions they're going to want to get. But he's going to try to make an informed decision about his near future and how that may affect his other the longer term future. Meanwhile, TJ Edwards, that is a clear re-injury. They're not saying that's a different hamstring and a different leg or he's a different guy. And Kyler Gordon remains out. Both were described as week to week.
Yep. So obviously a little worse scenario than day to day, which means that you're not going to have TJ Edwards it's not official yet, but TJ or Kyler for the Cowboys game on Sunday at home. So now you're down Jalen, down TJ, down Kyler.
So the quote that I pulled that was meaningful from yesterday, and you tell me where.
And this is Ben Johnson, by the way.
Ben Johnson. This is the quote that I saw. And this is where I said, oh, this is interesting. And I'm reading this in the Tribune from the way Brad Biggs reported it. And he said that Johnson alluded to an intense week of practice ahead after the team went through a short week gearing up for the Lions. Quote, we're going to find out this week at practice who wants to practice hard and who wants to be a little bit more involved with the game plan going into Sunday. This week? Now we're going to find out who wants to practice hard. I thought the point of hiring Ben Johnson and clearing out everything else that didn't work and bringing in accountability and hard coaching was to make sure they practiced hard. That's what this all was from the moment he took over, from the very first rookie minicamp and OTAs and all the extra time that they've had, that after you go 0-2, that they're going back and saying, now we're going to find out who wants to practice hard. Why were they not?
Yeah, no, it's. I'm glad you pulled this up, because I had it highlighted it when I listened to his virtual presser last night, and in that I'm going to add a layer of context to it too, and this will help bring a little more clarity as well.
Okay.
It was a question by Courtney Cronin, and she specifically asked on the rookies and how he motivates the rookies to play and to get ready to play harder, whatever it might be. But she was specifically asking about Luther Burden and Colson Loveland. And she asked that question about those two specific players, and then he went into his answer about the tight ends. And he said, I kind of knew that first game that the tight end position wasn't going to be featured as much, something that we discussed. So they knew going into the Vikings game that the tight ends wouldn't be there for offensive plays, more so just for blocking and pass protection. Then he said, this is what gets me, Dan. And again, this goes into that quote you had. He says, I was hopeful that this game we were going to bounce back a little bit more. Now, he's talking specifically about the tight end position. We knew going into the Vikings game they wouldn't be featured as much, but I was hopeful this game we were going to bounce back a little bit more. That I paused it there and was like, well, hang on a second, bro. You're the head coach. You're the offensive genius behind what the Bears are going to do offensively. If you were hopeful they were going to bounce back a little bit more, is it an effort standpoint on their part, or is it the game plan, the schemes, the packages you called that contributed them to not being as impactful or having that bounce back he was hoping for? I was very confused by it.
It doesn't make sense because he even made reference to the fact that because of the scoreboard, it became a throwing game. And sometimes we hear that often. I don't know how many individual seasons that we've gone through where people are complaining that the Bears don't run the ball enough. And then the coaches say, well, we got behind and the clock mattered and we couldn't run the ball as much as we wanted to. I get that there's a little truth to that when you're trying to conserve time. And I also will say that tight end is hard. It's a really difficult position in which rookies tend to take more time than others because you've got to know every run play, every pass play, every assignment in both. It's very hard to be a great rookie tight end. It's hard to be a good rookie tight end. It just is. Now, as I think we've talked about in the past, Colston Loveland is primarily a receiver. That's why he was drafted. That's what
Correct.
he does. His skill set is as a if not a complete wide receiver tight end hybrid, a modern pass catching tight end because of how he moves, because of the targets that he's able to present, size, athleticism, instinct. I don't think there's any excuse for not being able to get him in pass patterns, not get him out there. And I don't understand. We saw Luther Burden in exhibition games mauling people as a blocker.
Yeah.
So everybody was praising him and his high effort. Remember that?
Yep.
It was all about look at how hard that guy's working. The example setter. It's just we're everybody's talking out of both sides of their mouth with everything that's going on. That Ben Johnson was, attention to detail, accountability, attention to detail. And now 2 games in, well, we're going to see if we practice hard. Luther Burden, effort. Now you ask directly about the rookies. There's a question about effort. I don't get it. And somebody else pointed this out while I'm on this. And thanks, by the way, for everybody who is sending stuff in to the 312sports.com emails. Dan at 312sports.com. Matt. I think there's one that's just feedback at 312sports.com. Multiple people have pointed out what Johnson went through early, the message he sent DJ Moore. Do you remember what it was when he watched film of all of last year's games? What did he tell DJ Moore?
I don't recall, Dan. What did he tell him?
Fix your body language.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He said you look defeated and defeatist. When he talked about being a palms up team, like, what's that? What happened?
Now, is that the play where he ran his route, then ran out of bounds, then sat down on the bench?
I don't think that. I think in general it was
Okay.
either not getting a ball or not being happy, and that whole like, I don't know. And Johnson was strident about not wanting to be a palms up team. About the way they carry themselves, the way they break the huddle, the way they walk up, ready to beat somebody, ready to false start. But this is, and I love that. That was exciting to hear. It was great. That's all. It's all good stuff, and I'm not lampooning him for doing any of that. But if you watch the cutaways to Ben Johnson,
Oh, he's doing the same thing.
yeah.
His body language is bad. And I get it because it's hard. It's hard to sit and watch that. And then I smile because those things that you just said that he shared with DJ Moore are things that we coach kids on, like your body language, and particularly in the sport of basketball, there was a lot of it. And it's like, hey, you know what? You can't look at the referees. You can't put your hands up in the air because you didn't get the call. The ball's going back the other way. Stop standing under the hoop because you didn't get the foul call you wanted. In football, it happens the same way. And it's like, hey, you want to be a leader on the team or you want to be a contributor on this team, you can't act that way. So the fact that it's happening at the professional level is just it's funny. That's humorous to me. I totally forgotten that he had said that to him.
Yep.
But I like that you point out Ben Johnson is doing the same thing on the sideline, and we're all human, and it's hard not to. It's hard not to.
I'll do it for everybody. I'll make Ben Johnson this promise. I will take that upon myself. When it comes
To be the bad body language guy?
Oh, I'm awesome at bad body language. During a Bears game, my body language is the absolute worst. It should be a teaching video because all I do is
How to do it? Yes.
God. Yes, if you want to show somebody how to have terrible in-game body language, just keep a camera on me. Yeah, although if I'm wearing my assless pants, it's not the best idea. But
Well, if you just stay seated, it's fine.
Between throwing pens, face palming, slapping my clipboard against the couch cushion, like it is. I'll do all that for everybody. I'll handle it. I'll take that upon myself. It is my offer to you that let me remove that burden from you as the Chicago Bears.
So you'll take on all the bad body language,
Yes.
and you'll eat the radioactive shrimp to become shrimp man for all of us.
Sure.
You're
We
a
did
good
have an
man.
emailer say that he had an uncle that found 2 bags of rotted, recalled radioactive shrimp in his garage freezer.
Okay.
There was a malfunction or something in his
I was going to
freezer.
say, why were they rotted in the freezer? That's
Because
probably a bad freezer.
There was a horrible smell, and they tracked it down, and it wasn't the uncle. I'm sure the uncle smells horrible too, but they found that the culprit happened to be the radioactive shrimp.
I say if your freezer's not freezing things, it's time for a new freezer.
Correct.
That's a
would
bad
be
freezer. All right, so
right,
back to that
unlike our
quote, though.
dishwasher that for years never washed the dishes. Like it did when we built the house and put the dishwasher in, it was fine.
Okay.
And then after like 10 years, all it was a dish moistener. It would just sort of wet the dishes.
How long did you let that ride out for?
A while.
Okay,
Because I would take the dishes out of the dishwasher and like scrape them and wash them again.
Okay.
And then we got a new dishwasher. And that one actually washes the dishes.
Okay, so you let a dishwasher that didn't properly wash dishes ride for a while in your house.
You know why?
And you would take out dirty plates and stuff and scrape them off and rewash them by hand.
Okay, yes. And
Okay.
can I hold on. A little latitude
That's
here.
fine. I'm not judging. I'm
you
asking.
are.
I'm not.
You're lying. You're
I
totally-
do not judge you. I'm asking questions.
No, you're judging.
Okay.
Just say you're judging.
I am. I'm questioning. Let's say questioning because judging seems really harsh. Questioning, there's still love behind it.
There's love behind judging, I think. It's
Okay,
called
fine. I'm
parenting.
judging you.
Yeah. So
Dirty slob. What are you doing?
okay, because there was the argument was, at least with the kids and with me, because Beth is the dishwasher commandant.
Okay.
She is in charge of like who unloads and reloads and who's loading wrong and what's in the sink. That is one of her particular spheres of influence.
Okay.
And for a while, it was the dishes aren't being cleaned because you're overpacking the dishwasher. You're loading it wrong. Things are in the wrong place. You're doing it too haphazardly. You're not mindful enough to space the dishes in a way that allows them each to be exposed enough to the washing elements that they are clean. Okay.
I feel her on that because there's the wrong way to load a dishwasher, and then there's my way.
Okay, but this.
So I feel her.
We'll get to that, dishwasher
Okay.
champ. But that was the debate, and then the inability of the dishwasher to clean was used against me because I wasn't buying the triply expensive name brand dishwasher detergent.
What were you buying?
I'm buying the whatever.
So
It's
like
all
a
the-
generic
it's soap.
brand?
Yeah, it's the Kroger brand thing with the thing in a packet. You throw it in, you hit start.
So
It's
you're doing the dishwasher tabs, but you're buying the cheaper ones.
It's soap. It's all soap. It's just
Okay.
soap. You don't need the three
The
times
Cascade Platinum
expensive
Plus that I buy?
Cascade Platinum Plus. It's not
Yes.
a damn wedding ring. It's soap.
It's still not that expensive to get the good stuff.
I was proven right because when we got the new dishwasher with the same soap, the dishes were clean.
Okay. Can you give me a time frame of how long you let the dishwasher not wash your dishes?
Too long.
Like a year or months?
Considerably more than a year.
Seriously?
Probably multiple years. Yeah.
All right.
Because getting a new dishwasher is a huge deal.
Well, we got one a couple months ago. Because our dishwasher, it would wash everything, and everything was clean and coming out fresh and smelling clean.
Yes.
But there was water pooling at the bottom of the dishwasher.
Yeah, that's bad too.
And I didn't know why. And so eventually I finally got a new one, but I think I let it go a couple months because everything was still cleaning. Like I didn't have to take out dishes from the dishwasher to wash them. Like that's insane.
No, you don't wash. You just kind of scrape the dried stuff off because I don't care. If I know I'm
well,
gonna,
obviously you don't care.
Well, I don't see. And here's the thing: because I was making dinner for everybody else, they never knew when I would pull out a dish that had been put away as clean, and I was like ladling in some soup or pasta or whatever it is, and they wouldn't see me scrape off.
All right,
stuff
be honest
from last
now.
Week.
Be honest, because your family doesn't listen. How many times did you pull out a dish or a bowl that had stuff still scraped on it, and you just put new stuff right on top?
Oh, I'd scrape it out.
Every time.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Well, not for me. I didn't care.
You didn't care, so you just used a dirty plate.
Sure.
Okay.
It wasn't dirty. It was. It went
yes,
through
it
the
was.
dishwasher. It wasn't going to kill me.
It wasn't clean. Oh no, it's not going to kill you, but it's not clean.
It's fine.
Like let's agree on that. It wasn't clean.
Fine. It was fine.
Here, back to your quote, where he says we're going to find out this week at practice who wants to practice hard, who wants to be involved more with the game plan going forward, going into Sunday. So I wrote that down. Make sure I had it correct.
Raise your hands. I want to be involved.
Right.
I do.
So back to the original question, though, Dan. That was the follow-up answer on Courtney's question about Luther Burden and Colston Loveland. So because he also added in, and I didn't. This is paraphrasing what he said, that the coaches they didn't like what they saw on tape when the ball was not in their hands. So he's specifically talking about the rookies there that she'd asked about. I'll go back after DBU and listen to it one more time to make sure I have that correct for forward progress. But she specifically asked about Luther Burden, Colston Loveland. He goes into the tight end position and then goes in to answer that original question. We're going to find out this week at practice who wants to practice hard. And then he says that they didn't like what they saw on tape when the ball was not in their hands. I'll go back and listen again to make sure that I have that correct from Ben Johnson. But little context there, that's what he's referring to when he's talking about practicing hard.
And the most important reason we're going to get to in just a second for the Bears to start getting good is so the important people can be happy about it. So that's coming up in just a second. But we've got a huge problem in the land of the Bears.
Yeah, tell me what's happening, because I'm concerned.
Huge problem in the land of the Bears. The 85 Bears are mad.
Yeah, what are they angry about?
This is from the Chicago Sun-Times. The 85 team it was terrible, Otis Wilson said. Defense couldn't hold up. They got to fix it real quick. They're going backwards. Everybody in that locker room has to look at themselves and be determined. Gary Fensick, mad. I was on too many Bears teams where at a certain point you're going to win the game. You're not going to win the game. You say, let's at least have fun back here and do what we love to do. We may not win this game, but they're going to know they played the Chicago Bears. Yeah, because they won.
What does that do for the record and for getting in the playoffs?
I don't know. Now you do that, you get suspended. The stuff he's talking about, the stuff that he and Doug Plank or Todd Bell, those
Double
guys,
D.
Dewerson, the stuff they like to do. It was a pride thing. I didn't see pride there Sunday. Oh, okay. So they reached Gary Fensick and Otis Wilson. Oh, wait. Dan Hampton. He said, we're paying some of these guys around $20 million a year, and all they're impacting is the sandwiches on the plane home. Are they sitting on them? Why are they sitting?
Now, this is only happening because it's the 40th anniversary.
You sure?
Well, that they're going and getting quotes. This wouldn't happen if it was 39 years. It's
sure?
happening because it's the 40th anniversary.
Are you sure?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's the reason why. That
Okay.
You're not going to have this article written unless it's the 40th anniversary and the fact that they were all honored at halftime on Monday night and got to pass around a trophy. So, I think if it's not the 40th anniversary, we're not getting this article about how angry they are and how they're going backwards. Which, by the way, if that is in Ben Johnson's playbook, probably a bad play. like the go backwards play.
It's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, because Nagy and Eberflus, they had those plays.
It's
as
bad
well.
on defense too.
Oh, going backwards on defense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. It at worst stay in the same point and prevent the team from moving forward instead
That's
of going
good.
backwards.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, if it wasn't the 40th anniversary, you wouldn't have these quotes. And we've already discussed this. Just give it 10 more years when it's the 50th anniversary and we're still celebrating that, what that's going to be like.
But we've already debated this, that we said there's only going to be 2 guys left. Right? I drafted Fensick and you drafted Dennis McKinnon
Yes.
on our last remaining.
Not that we're
85
going to
Bears.
do anything or have any say in that. It's just we're surmising that at this point, 10 years from now, there.
Well, maybe no. Hold on, the guys that took less, but like Kevin Butler and Maury Buford,
Oh yeah, I didn't think about special teams guys.
they'll be around.
Yeah, they'll be around. But guys who were getting hit or delivering the hits and having fun with pride, I'm still. Yeah, I think Gary Fensick's a good call and Silky D.
They'll be like a Siskel and Ebert, maybe.
And Silky D will still look like he's 30.
I know, and that it's so annoying. Or like maybe like Statler and Waldorf, that will just put McKinnon and Fensick, will put him in a loge box, and all they'll do is they should have tackled that guy. I would have blocked that guy in the next week. Right, so that eventually it'll just be them. You can go to them like the in-stadium person. Do they have that at Bears games like they do at baseball games? Like
I think so, right? Don't they?
The wacky, energetic.
like the wacky, entertaining person. I don't.
Yeah. Hey, let's go over and see what the old 85 Bears think, and you can come sit next to them. If your ticket gets drawn, you can sit right between them.
Well, they never had. Obviously, when you were a kid going, they never had that. That's
No,
a
we
more of
didn't
a
have that
newer
anywhere.
thing.
No, I just had the
anywhere.
woman in front of me, or the guy in front of me chain smoking, and the woman in the Schurz jacket.
So yeah, I don't think. I mean, I haven't been to a Bears game in a long time. I don't think they have anything like that.
Okay.
That's saved for like hockey, minor league baseball,
Basketball.
basketball does that. Yeah, yeah. So they're angry that the Bears are off to an 0 start. So apparently they haven't watched any season,
Right.
yeah, at all after they won and retired.
Is there some sort of magical incantation we can say to make the 85 Bears go back away?
No, it's Dan. It's never going to happen. And I'm sure that other cities celebrate their champions still, but nothing at the level that we do here in Chicago.
There's got to be something that makes them go back underground, like the Army of the Dead. Klaatu, Verata, Nikto, something.
So are they? What was it? Are they chuds?
No, they're not.
They're not cannibalistic
humanoid underground
dwellers?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No, they're all good. The guys that I know, I've got no problem with. It's not their fault. It's not their fault that we just have to, wait a second, the Bears are bad? Let's find out what the 85 Bears think. Let me guess. They're probably unhappy. Oh, my God. What do you expect them to say?
Right.
What do you expect them to say? Oh, I like the fact that they suck. Nothing. It's...
Maybe we can put them all back in Hampton's cage. Because wasn't he let out of the cage? Maybe we put them all in Hampton's cage.
He won't want that, though.
He might. You never know.
They might damage his precious musical instruments. Because doesn't he have like a whole like studio thing inside the cage?
Oh, does he really? I don't remember his instruments.
Oh yeah, he's got like a giant musical studio. He plays every instrument, right?
Oh, does he really?
I think so.
Dan Hampton?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
Bass and piano
not piano. I would say not piano and guitars and stuff with his fingers.
I think his broken
hands.
fingers may allow him to create piano chords that were previously
that no other
impossible.
human can. Yeah.
Right. I think it's sort of this avant-garde atonal jazz that he's
I'm gonna
able
have
to
to
do.
dig into that a little bit, do some investigative reporting on Dan Hampton's musical ability.
There's a little bit of other news outside of sports as well. In sports television, you see that Jason Coyle is now out as the president and CEO of Chicago Sports Network, with Mike McCarthy, who was the brains behind the construction of Marquee,
Yep.
is now stepping in to run CHSN, which there's so much opportunity here all I can think of is the amount of opportunity you have. And I don't know their business. I really don't. I don't know exactly how they balance the income that they get from being on the tiers with these cable companies and all the push and pull and the holdouts and the fighting over that with actual advertising dollars. But I just hope that Mike McCarthy takes some hard swings, takes some chances, because you've got all this time and all of this opportunity for programming where you can see what hits here, and you can do some, get weird. Go ahead and get weird. What they did with Marquee was very much try to recreate like a Yes network level. Remember the suits and ties
Yeah.
and everything, and they want it to be almost like a national kind of look. And the problem, what undermined Marquee in that regard, was just their sets look like crap. At least on my TV, it still doesn't really look good as far as makeup, lighting. The sets just they don't. It doesn't look at that level. And that takes a lot of money, and you've got to hire hair and makeup people and wardrobe people, and you got to invest in that if you want to make it look like that. But if you're not going to do that, that's fine. But I'm not saying go full Wayne's World, but get funky a little bit. Try some things. You get all this chance instead of running packaged team PR stuff, and we're going to see a lot more of this inexpensive AI slop that already the networks are starting to roll out. That's just a complete insult. I don't want them to do that. There are all kinds of creative, interesting people that you might be able to put to work, and hell, do a contest. Do something that maybe gives you something other than a game you feel you have to watch.
Yeah, the thing is that the quality of the appearance of these networks, these local programming networks, don't look like Market 3, and that's just always it. Obviously, I watch for the games, but it's the stuff around the games I'm not as interested in, only because it doesn't look right. I want it to look and feel like Market 3. The show that Kaplan always had on TV, that I was a guest on his show a bunch of times, that felt like a regular set. It felt like I was in Chicago. The stuff that Jason would do with the Bulls and Kendall Gill, that looked like a regular set. Even what was it the old Comcast Sportsnet channel, like their baseball sets, it felt like a real set.
Well, what Comcast had was NBC resources. Things looked like,
and that made a big difference.
At a bare minimum, they looked like major market NBC news sets.
Yes.
Things were lit properly.
And that helped, though. That helps from a programming standpoint, at least in my opinion. Maybe I'm completely off base on it, but it looks credible. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just want it to be interesting more than
credible.
So,
and what do you mean by big swings? Like as far as the programming ideas, as far as the shows, or as far as what they do?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Other than times you've been a guest on something or whatever, when is the last time
I don't.
there was a show
I haven't.
On Marquee or on whatever iteration of an RSN here, outside of a game and outside of anything directly connected to a game, that you felt that you might be missing something if you didn't watch?
I personally have not at all. And it's interesting when if the Cubs game is on, turn the TV off, go to bed, wake up the next day, and when I turn the TV on, if the Marquee network comes back up and it's not a Cubs game, I'm immediately running for the remote to be like, why is this on?
The last time that I can remember was Gas Money / Beer Money.
Oh yeah.
Because it was absolutely hilarious.
That was funny. Yeah, you're right.
Priceless moments of Chicagoan American stupidity.
And I have tried, Dan, with Marquee Network. I have tried. I know there's like Bears programming. I've given it a whirl, but it doesn't hold me enough to want to go back to it or to continue doing it.
And for me, it's make me feel like I'm missing something, even if I feel like I got to go back. Or when's the last time you saw something clipped in social media and in your feed or on Instagram? You're just like, ooh, I'm sorry I missed that.
Yeah.
But it's all I can't keep track now of like where Dave Wanstead is and what he said where. It's just everything is and I don't know why. Please, when I'm his age, if I'm working that hard, tell me what went wrong. And I even asked him.
He must want to.
I think that he does. I asked him.
He seems to really enjoy it, being around people and doing his thing.
And talking about the Bears, it's amazing because I just kind of said, Dave, why aren't you with Jimmy? Jimmy got it right. Jimmy fishes and drinks.
Yeah.
And has grandkids and family. Dave's got a ton of grandkids. Like, travel. Get on a plane. You still have your health. You're 75 years old or whatever. You've got your health and you've got everything in the world. You've got disposable income. Get on a plane. Go see the world.
He doesn't want to. This is what he wants to do. This is how he likes to spend his time. I started watching the Dallas Cowboys documentary on Netflix.
The cheerleader one?
No, it's about Jerry Jones and the cowboy and his team or whatever they call it, the rancher. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, we got top 10 Cowboys coming this week.
There is a long list to filter through. Of Cowboys.
This is a tough one.
This is a real tough one.
There's real Cowboys.
If you thought there was criticism about the top 10 Lions, Cowboys is going to make some people angry.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So I started watching it, and just seeing Dave Wanstead in there was just great. It's just I really enjoy him, and it's his commentary is really good, obviously, but like just him talking and telling stories is just great. So I'm glad he does what he does because he's very entertaining. And we're watching it last night, and Natalie's like, "Is that Dave Wanstead?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Why is he there?" I'm like, "He was the defensive coordinator under Jimmy Johnson. He was part of that whole crew." Just really funny stuff. But I would recommend the documentary. It's really interesting, and it puts Jerry Jones in a different perspective. So I get it, but it's interesting. It's interesting, and the background about his playing at Arkansas and where he met Jimmy Johnson. I don't know how many people know that kind of stuff. And just to hear him talk about football itself, it really put him in a different perspective for me.
Okay.
So I'd recommend it. If you like football, you would like this show.
If you like a big box of meat on your porch, I think you'd like Omaha Steaks.
I do love a big box of meat.
Who doesn't? Because you come home, you're like, oh, big box of meat. Life is good, and Omaha Steaks can do that for you, especially right now during their Red Hot Sale event. It's 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com, and just because you're listening right now, you get an extra $35 off with the promo code Bernstein, my last name, at checkout. I've been going through this, the most recent box that I have, and I love the fact that it arrived while my son is off at college, because I would find that he would steal the caramel apple tartlets, and now he didn't. I got to have all of the caramel apple tartlets to myself because those things are absolutely
sounds good.
Oh, they're unbelievable. And even from frozen, you just microwave them for 90 seconds, and they get like melty and absolutely perfect, and they're just I could probably make a meal of like 8 of them. But I don't know if that's legal. I got to make sure that I'm allowed to do that. But what I did the other night is I got the 12 ounces of jumbo franks, and I grilled them, charred. I got a taste for like an old-fashioned char dog.
Do you split them or no?
No.
Okay.
No. I like them like I used to get at Deer Frank's in Deerfield or at Stosh's in Highland Park, where it's just black. Just char it until you get like a crunchy, crisp coating on the outside. Okay. A little bit of white onion, a little bit of Gulden's mustard on a Rosen's bun. Man, they were just ideal, just outstanding. And there's so much in this particular box that you get. There's burgers that are made of ground filet mignon. There are sirloin steaks. There's pork chops. In this, there were chicken breasts, everything. So it's Omaha Steaks. It's unrivaled quality and variety. It's Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher since 1917. Get fired up for fall grilling. Visit omahasteaks.com, 50% off site-wide during the Red Hot Sale event. For an extra $35 off, use promo code Bernstein at checkout. So go to omahasteaks.com. 50% off site-wide. Promo code Bernstein. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details. A big thanks to our advertiser here on Dan Bernstein Unfiltered, Omaha Steaks.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, too, you're saying 50% off site-wide, 50.
Correct.
And use the Bernstein code, Bernstein, and you get an additional $35 off.
Correct.
Okay. I like it's a no-brainer.
Yep.
Absolute no-brainer.
Yep. Go get it. And for fall grilling, or if you grill in the winter, it doesn't matter. Just fill your freezer with stuff.
Do you grill in the winter? I do.
Yep.
I don't. The weather doesn't stop me from unless there's active precipitation. I'm not out there, but temperature doesn't stop me from grilling at all. Year-round.
Sometimes I just get lazy and cold and don't want to. I should grill more in the winter because the grill's right by my back door and I should be fine. I'll commit to that.
Yeah, no, I think winter grilling is great. I used to do a lot of winter grilling. I need to do more. The boys love burgers on the grill, so can do those in the wintertime.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. All right. So let's check in on our Cubs wild card watch because we're getting close here, Dan, to playoff time, which I'm very excited for playoff baseball in Chicago. Last night the Cubs they win 4-0 over the Pirates, so that's just what the doctor ordered is a series with the Pirates. Jameson Taillon 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. Pete Crow with his 29th home run, he had 2 hits. Michael Busch 28th home run. There are now 6 Cubs, Dan, with 20-plus homers. We're keep that in mind. We're going to circle back to that.
Okay.
Tonight you have a 5:40 first pitch. Good matchup. You have Cade Horton and his 10-4 record and his 2.70 ERA taking on Paul Skeens, his 10-9 record and 1.92. So Horton and Skeens tonight, a game to watch for Cubs Pirates. Very excited about that. We look at the standings still. The Brewers are on top of the NL. Philadelphia is a game and a half behind them record-wise. Dodgers in third and top of their division. Cubs are comfortably in fourth at the top wild card spot, 4 ahead of the Padres, 9 ahead of the Mets. Arizona now just trails the Mets by a game and a half. Your White Sox, they lost at home last night 4-1 to Baltimore, 57-94 with 11 games to go. They don't want to get that 100 loss mark.
No,
again.
but you know what? The White Sox are they're putting a floor in.
Yeah, no, they are, and that's good.
I think that at some point they're going to be worthy of a little more discussion regarding the number of 2-win players that they have who are all very, very, very young. And that's a really good sign when you start looking at not just the developing Montgomery story, but Teal and Caro and Mydroth. There is reason, if you squint a little bit, you can start to see a potential core. And then it comes time to choose to spend the money to add the wins above replacement around them. And I don't know if and when they want to do that.
All right, so I said to you the Cubs currently have 6 players with 20 or more home runs.
I got them.
Okay. You know who they are.
Let me just the ones I wrote down when you said it.
Yeah, who did you write down?
Happ, Bush, Suzuki, Tucker, Crow Armstrong, Swanson, Kelly.
Wasn't that 6 you said at Swanson?
Oh, that's 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 6.
Yeah, and you had the first 6 correct.
Okay. Where's Carson Kelly?
He's the Cubs catcher.
I know, but what does he have, 16?
Let me see where he's at. I got it right here.
Okay, so I got 6, and then the in no particular order, but
yeah, I'll pull that up here. 1 second.
Okay.
I want to go back and look at this. Do you know right now there are 3 teams in Major League Baseball that have 5 players or more with 20-plus home runs, and we've named the Cubs already. So there are 2 other teams in Major League Baseball that have 5 players with 20 or more home runs. Do you know who those other teams are? Can you guess?
5 players with 20 or more home runs.
So there's 3 teams. The Cubs
Yankees.
are 1. The Yankees are number 1 with 7. And they have Anthony Volpe with 19.
So
19 home runs. So
8?
they're 1 home run away from 8 players with 20 or more home runs. Who is the third team? Yankees currently with 7. The Cubs with 6. There is a team with 5 players that have 20 or more home runs.
Is it the Phillies?
It is not the Phillies. The
Blue Jays.
The Phillies actually only have 2.
Okay. Blue Jays?
It is not the Blue Jays.
Oh, let's see. Small Park Astros?
Blue Jays have 3. The Houston Astros are not that team. They have 2.
I don't know.
The team currently with 5 players with 20-plus home runs are the Athletics.
Well, do you see Nick Kurtz hit one like 500 or 493 feet?
Yeah, didn't he also have 3 or 4 in a game? Didn't he do 4?
He did.
Home runs in a game?
There's been a whole
So
of that.
the Athletics, the Athletics, they have 5 players currently with 20 home runs or more. There are a few teams that have 4 players: the Angels, Seattle, the Mets, and the Dodgers have 4 with Mookie Betts at 19. So they're close to getting to that 5. Do you know there are 3 teams in Major League Baseball that do not have any players with 20 home runs? 3 teams in Major League Baseball.
The White Sox?
The White Sox are incorrect. They have 1.
Montgomery?
It's not Montgomery. I'll have to look it up, see who it was. 3 teams without any players.
A single 20 home run hitter. The Marlins?
Marlins are incorrect. They have 2.
The Twins?
Incorrect.
I don't know then. Who are
Yep. There are
Rockies?
2 teams in the National League that have 1 player with 19 home runs.
Pirates.
Pirates are one of them. O'Neal Cruz has 19 home runs.
Pirates, yeah. They're a historically bad offense. I should have said them first. The Rockies?
Incorrect. Rockies have 2. It is the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, did you see
Ellie De La Cruz has 19.
But he was on pace to have like 38.
Yep. And he is at 19 right now. So both of those teams have 1 player, 1 home run away. The worst in baseball right now with 0 home runs and their team leader of 17.
Wow.
Played the White Sox last night. Jackson Holliday with 17 leads the Baltimore Orioles.
Wow. Wow, what a disappointment they are.
Yeah, 2 teams that have 1 guy, the White Sox and the St. Louis Cardinals. Wilson Contreras has 20. Padres have 2 with Gavin Sheets at 19. So here's the question for you then. What is the record, single-season record, with the one team that has the most players with 20-plus home runs?
Oh, it's got to be peak steroid era, I'd think.
It's not. It was peak juice ball era not all that long ago.
Oh, then I won't get it.
2019. You look up 2019, the number of team home runs. The Minnesota Twins had 8 players with 20-plus home runs in the season, which is a Major League record that is 1 away from being tied by the New York Yankees this season.
And we're not talking about the ball this year. It's
No,
interesting.
we're not at all. I was looking at home runs, too. Most home runs in a single season is 307. Yeah, that'd have been a lot. 307 is the most. That was the 2019 Twins and the 2023 Braves. Both hit 307 home runs. The current 2025 leaders, just to give you an idea of what that looks like, 307. The Yankees lead Major League Baseball with 254. The Dodgers have 220. Mariners have 216. The Athletics are 4th in baseball with 211. Angels at 207. Diamondbacks 204. The Mets with 203. The Cubs with the 8th most home runs at 202. Phillies at 194.
It used to be 200 was considered a pretty good power year.
Yeah. Yeah, and so right now you have 8 teams over 200.
Okay. But it's not crazy.
It's not crazy. Yeah, the Yankees are, they're 34 up on the Dodgers, so that's a pretty good number over 250. They're at 254. Then you have a handful of teams from 216 to 202.
So we woke up to the news, sadly, that Robert Redford has passed away at age 89, a true titan of movies, a star, came up through television and into movies and then became an acclaimed director and was the founder. It was his vision for Sundance. That was he was the
Oh, was he really?
brains. Oh yeah, he created.
I didn't know that.
He created Sundance, and that's ultimately going to be his legacy. So, you go back through his filmography as an actor, and of course you're trying to say like, what are your favorite, like in personal favorite?
Well,
Redford.
yours is The Natural. It's your favorite movie of all time.
Stop.
By the way, Sosa on the White Sox is your 19 home run hitter.
Lenine Sosa. Okay.
Or 20. I'm sorry, 20 home
20
runs.
home runs for Lenine Sosa. Thank you for that, for circling back on that. But no, The Natural is not on my list. And this is just movies in which he was an actor and what was important to me. Maybe it's an age thing, but I'd love to know how my top 2 or top 3 compares to yours.
Okay, they're going to be very different. I can tell you that right now. Go ahead.
Number 1 for me is The Sting.
Okay, I guessed that, by the way.
Because I was a kid when it came out. I was probably too young to see it when I saw it. I didn't really understand all the machinations of the con games that were going on. But between the music and the costumes and the star power of that movie, it holds up. Because it's a period piece, everything still holds up to this day. It's still just a wonderful film. Number 2 for me, and probably number 1 as far as his individual performance goes, All the President's Men.
Okay.
And then you can debate third between Jeremiah Johnson, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, and The Candidate.
So those are the top 3 for you.
Yeah, I would say in some form or fashion, All the President's Men and The Sting are the ones that sit above all else.
Okay, yeah. So I said that we would be very, very different because again, we watch movies differently, and I think we enjoy different genres of film. I mean, I got to keep in mind my favorite genre of film are rom-coms. So I mean, I probably should be. No, I don't watch porn. I read porn. We have porno
that's right.
books.
That's right. You have only actual hardcover leather-bound porn books.
I have a library of. Stop saying porn books. It's porno books. I have a library full of leather porno books.
Correct.
I climb up the ladder. I pull off the favorites off the top shelf.
Yeah, it's the rolling ladder you use to go up to the multiple levels of your leather-bound porno books. Yes.
We sit by the fire. We pour a nice glass of cognac. Yes.
You blow the dust off of it. Okay.
All right, boys, gather around. Papa's got a porno book.
Get your snifters of cognac.
Yes. Drink up. Come on. Take it down like a man. You want to put hair on your chest? All right, so I really love the movie Spy Game, which I'm sure you've never seen. Robert Redford and Brad Pitt. I think it's a great movie. And again, my whole take with movies is just entertain me. Let me just not think about that I'm watching a movie. Just take me somewhere, tell me a story, and I enjoy it. I don't critique it or watch it through your lens, which is part of me envies you and part of me feels bad for you. So here's a really bad one, which I love, is Up Close and Personal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really, really bad and cheesy. He plays like a reporter and he teaches. God, I can't remember who was in this with him. He's a veteran reporter, and Michelle Pfeiffer is like an anchor, or he's a director. And he teaches Michelle Pfeiffer how to become.
He's
like a
something,
reporter.
and she's
No,
wait, hold on. He's a bagel maker. No.
He's
an
like
advertising executive.
He's a producer, director, like a news director, and he teaches her how to become like a really great, anchor and director or a reporter. So you should check it out.
Rancher, dancer, singer. Okay.
Go to hell. God, I hate you sometimes so much.
I love this movie. He plays a something, and someone's in it.
I said I enjoyed it quite a bit. I hate you.
She's an anchor.
God, you're such a jerk sometimes. Shut up. I hate you. I'm an idiot sometimes. All right, I'm a self-admitted idiot. I get it.
I love this movie, and he's he's got a job, and she also has a job. They drive.
I like that we have a podcast and I can call you a dick and just like not worry about it.
At one point in the scene, they're in an office, and then they're in a car.
It's fine. I deserve this. I do it to you. I get it. It's fine. Jesus.
Oh, and I want to make sure, is there a federal mandatory mourning period for Robert Redford?
No.
No?
No.
Sure.
Well, I got to look into his background.
Yes, I have, just because
I got to see where he leans.
I'm only asking questions. I only want to know the rules. I just want to make sure that there isn't a federally mandated mourning level that has to be achieved here.
And you probably never saw The Horse Whisperer.
No.
Another great Robert Redford movie.
I never saw The Horse Whisperer. He sent him out to Wayne.
Yeah. They can make him stand still so they can shoot him.
Hey, horses. Hey, horses with strangles. Come on.
See,
back.
but here's the problem, though. Like,
come on home. We got carrots. Come on
he
home.
can't get that close to him because they have the strangles. So how does he whisper?
I don't know. Maybe through like a paper towel tube or something. Hey. Hey, horse.
No, wait. You watch
okay?
you watch Marvel movies, yeah?
Yeah, he
Okay.
played the guy from The Thing.
Yeah.
was
So he
carrying
was
the
in
briefcase.
the most recent Captain America.
I don't know. I just remember he's
you
the
not
guy in
see
the
that
briefcase when the Hulk takes the stairs.
Or not the most recent one, the last Captain America. Whatever. He was
No,
in
with
some
Michelle
one of
Pfeiffer,
those.
where she
Yeah.
she plays a limo driver or something.
Yeah, I didn't know we were doing this. You're such a jerk. I hate you. I really do.
Michelle, I don't know. She's either an art gallery owner or a professional skydiver.
She
and
was
lion
in
tamer.
porno. That's what it was, and he was a director. Did you see Indecent
It's the
Proposal?
one where he's an undersea explorer and he's also learning how to be a rabbi.
No, that was Captain Phillips. That was Tom Hanks.
Okay.
He was a captain of a boat, a big boat, and he wanted to become a rabbi. Yeah. And then he gets hijacked, and he's the captain. I'm your rabbi now. I'm the rabbi now.
Fine, you get to be that. Can I be the captain?
Yeah, you can be the rabbi. I'll stick with the brot and be the captain.
Got it. Deal.
How about Our Souls at Night? Did you ever hear of it?
Nope.
Me neither. How about All Is Lost?
Nope.
Walk in the Woods?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
The Last Castle?
Nope.
Oh, Out of Africa. I think people like that one. Didn't that win some awards?
Probably.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
Me neither. 3 Days of the Condor?
Didn't see it.
The Way We Were?
Yeah, I had to. Everybody had to watch that when you're my age.
Was that with Barbara Streisand?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I never saw it. It's
It's
too
all right.
old.
And he was in The Great Gatsby too. That movie was horrible.
He wasn't a great. No, that was a year after I was born, so I didn't see
that
it.
movie was bad.
Really?
Real bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it came out in 74.
Yeah. Nobody's ever found a way to make The Great Gatsby into a movie.
Well, they did it again. Who was that? Leo? Was Leo
Yeah.
DiCaprio in that one?
Nobody's ever cracked the code on that one.
Not good?
No.
I didn't see that either.
No.
It just seems like something I
works
wouldn't
as a book.
enjoy.
It doesn't work as a movie.
Okay. All right, so your assignment this weekend is to see those 3 movies then,
No.
and then report back.
No, I can't. I'm sick.
Spy Game, Up Close and Personal.
No.
Oh, and then there's another one, An Unfinished Life. That was a good one.
He's had some really kind of nondescript movies that I'm very not interested in seeing.
That one had Jennifer Lopez in it.
Okay, well that helps.
So yeah, you watch that one. That was good.
He had a great Twilight Zone episode. Very young Robert Redford.
I never watched Twilight Zone.
Oh, he played Death, actually, and you don't know at the end until the end that this sort of handsome, unassuming young man is actually the angel of death coming to harvest this poor old woman. Spoiler alert.
It sounds like that Brad Pitt movie. Was that Meet Joe Black? He played.
Oh,
Death,
is that a piece of shit? You talk about a terrible waste of time. What was that woman's name? Claire Forlani?
Sure, that sounds right.
Yes.
But that was with Hannibal Lecter, right?
Yeah. Oh, that movie is the most ponderous. Nothing happens, and then people, they just sort of intone at each other through these darkened spaces. God, I hated that movie.
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter was in that.
What a waste.
Brad Pitt. Why don't I have the cast?
Yeah, I
Let's
think
just
her
see the
name was
cast.
Claire, and she couldn't act to save her life.
Well, maybe that's why Meet Joe Black was there.
Yeah,
To get her.
I don't know. Did she ever get another acting job?
I typed in my Google search Meet Joe
Joe Dirt?
Meet Joe Death.
Oh,
I was like, why is it not coming up? Hey, this is my friend Joe Death.
hey, how's it going, Joe? Good. Hey, guess you get a big scythe.
All right, here we go. Meet Joe Black. That's better.
Points a crooked, bony finger at him.
Meet Joe Black.
He's a black.
There's Hannibal Lecter, Claire Forlani. Good call.
Bad. I think she was banned from acting or attempting to act after that movie.
Let's see. She was in Meet Joe Death.
And Meet Joe Dirt.
The Medallion, Mallrats, In the Name of the King. Oh, she was in The Rock? I don't remember her in The Rock.
I think she played The Rock. Because she didn't have to act.
You probably never seen that movie either, with Sean Connery and Nick Cage.
No, I have not.
Boys and Girls, An Affair to Die For, Police Academy. Yeah, so those are some of her. No, she's done a lot of movies, dude. I don't think you got her banned at all. Jesus, she did more than Robert Redford.
No, she didn't.
Yeah,
That
she's got like. Let me see.
Not including all the TV stuff. All right.
No, these are all movies.
All right. Well, no matter what, that is Dan Bernstein Unfiltered for this Tuesday. Thank you for tuning into today's episode.
Dan Bernstein Unfiltered. Unfiltered on 312 Sports.